Good morning, America. How are ya? Monday morning radio will be 500 miles before the day is gone. And they call me the city of New Orleans. Hi, I'm Denny Jelsma, and I'm at the world famous Jacksonville Terminal Railroad Museum in beautiful Jacksonville, Florida, where the sun always shines and running trains is a pleasure in air-conditioned comfort and total harmony. Today is Monday, and you know what we do on Monday? You guessed it. It's show and tell, and show and tell starts right now.
Hi guys, it's Richard at the Jacksonville Terminal Railroad Museum again. This time we're going to be talking about the station in Fernandina Beach. And that's this little building here. When it came to me, it was just pieces of walls. These are leftover DPM parts. They all had windows in them. There were two pieces for the end walls that had the door openings. And I was given some pictures, about 6 or 8, well, just pictures, based on this station. And that's all I had to go on. I was told the color it's supposed to be, and the pictures were in color also. But I was told some other details about it that I incorporated later. One of the window units was of incorrect size. So I had this little tool here. Got this from Micromark. Has a little business end down here. You pull it and it clips off a little bit of plastic. Right there. So I had to lower one of the window seals in one of these pieces. Once I got it low enough, I put in a certain sized piece of styrene to build it back up to where it would look like the bottom of the window. Then I also had to make the roof supports. I searched high and low for the proper kind, and that was already manufactured by any manufacturer, but there weren't any out there. So I had to buy something that was closest to what I thought was closest and modify it to make these. Now, I only bought one kit. I forget who the manufacturer was, but once I modified it, I made a mold out of 2-part RTV material and then cast several, about 20 of them, of these pieces here out of real thin plastic, also from Micromark. I pick and choose the ones that were available. I think I made like 6 at a time, and I picked and choose until I got enough to do what I needed and toss the rest. Actually, the ones I didn't toss them, they went into my junk box to go into a future junk pile. So anything I cast winds up in the junk pile if it doesn't pass my level of expertise. I did find plans on the internet for this station. It was like 6 pages worth of them, just line diagrams, no color markings on them at all. But on the plans I found, I noticed that there was a chimney inside. They had fireplaces on either side facing each other from the long ways. And I did not have a kit for that. So I used a piece of lumber. I think it's a 1x4. I cut down to size, glued on styrene brick wall sheet, and then painted it to fit. The interior was a wood floor, and I installed that, just a sheet of balsa wood that I bought pre-made, pre-cut. I just cut it to fit and installed it. Had to build the roof trusses here. They're not really roof trusses, but these hold the lights. Those strips of 3 LEDs that you wire in. And here's the wire coming down through the floor and down on the bottom, so we wired into the system. All the interior was provided by somebody else later. Just available kits that are available on the market. The roofing is also scratch built. Started off with just some strip styrene I had. I used strip styrene on the bottom of it to represent the wood from underneath. I just added extra bracing to control the two pieces, hold them to the right shape. On the top of it is Campbell's scale shingles. This comes as a roll of brown paper cut in shingle fashion, and it's about 4 inches across. You just have to unroll what you need, glue it in place, and come back later and glue another layer in place. Each one of these is a strip of Campbell's shingles all the way up, both sides. Took a little while to do that. The chimney is a cast metal chimney that I had on hand, so I positioned it right over the chimney inside. This here, the eave brace, is not available on the market. I had to make a master, which took a little while. This is just styrene, or the master was just styrene and cut to pieces and glued in place. Then I used the master, since I needed two of these, I used the master to make a shallow mold in some clay, just pressed it in, poured on the two-part, real thin epoxy, two-part method, and made as many of these as I thought I needed until I found two that were long enough and correct enough to use. So that's how they're all, these two are identical. That's pretty much it. It did take a little while to do, but it was kind of fun and historically correct, to the best we can do anyway. So that's the way it is at the Jacksonville Terminal Railroad Museum.
Well, thank you, Richard. You know, it's just, once again, one more reason why running trains at the Jacksonville Terminal Railroad Museum is a pleasure. Make sure that you hit the like button on the YouTube and subscribe to our channel. We really enjoy your support, and we want to thank you for supporting us week after week. And that's the way it is at the world famous Jacksonville Terminal Railroad in beautiful Jacksonville, Florida, where the sun always shines and running treasure trains is always a pleasure.